I'm in beautiful Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I'm going to share with you my first look and review of the Canon G7X Mark III. Hi, I'm Carmen with the Adventures of Peas and Carrots. If you're new to our channel, we focus on trip vlogs, travel vlogs, and other travel related stuff, so be sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you won't miss anything. Now let's take a look at what the Canon G7X Mark III has to offer. Are you planning to get a Canon G7X Mark III? Let me know in the comments below. This recording is in 1080 by 60 frames per second. Definitely has that gorgeous Canon color. Beautiful day here. Let's do a comparison shot. This is shot in 4K. That's one of the new features with this camera. It's got 4K and it's uncropped. This is a side-by-side comparison with the Canon G7X Mark I, or plain. Also another side-by-side while looking at me, and I have not tried to focus on my face, so I don't know if it's in focus or not. That's been one of the issues I've noticed. The autofocus does not seem to work as well on the Mark III. The 120 frames per second for slow-mo was actually sort of hidden. You have to go to the menu and select the recording quality, and then you have to actually go to this high frame rate setting, enable, and it tells you it's going to disable autofocus, image stabilization, and audio recording, which the audio I get, but it's unfortunate that you lose the other two, and then click enable. Now you're in 120 frames per second. To go back to another setting, you just have to go in here and re-disable that. I was able to repurpose my micro muff skinny, which I had on my old Canon G7X, onto this one. The mic is a different shape in a different location, but I was actually able to move it slightly forward and fit it around. It's very windy today, so I'm actually making use of it. I have heard some people mention that they've had overheating issues at 4K. So far, I have not run into that at all, but as a travel vlogger, I tend to film shorter clips at a time. So maybe if you were trying to film for a much longer period of time, you would run into issues. Other new features include an external audio input. That is huge. I do not have an external mic, so this is the onboard microphone you're hearing right now. Also, as we mentioned, 4K video. We've also got 120 frames per second for slow-mo, so we gave that a test, and also YouTube live streaming. And one feature I really like is it now has an on-screen record button, so when you have the screen flipped around in selfie mode like I do right now, I can actually just hit the screen to start recording. Overall, I'm very pleased with the camera. I had heard a lot of mixed reviews, but I haven't run into a lot of issues. I do agree that the autofocus is not as strong as the original Canon G7X. They did remove the facial recognition feature, which is unfortunate because even sometimes when the box is tracking my face, it does not automatically autofocus on my face. Overall though, the additions of the external mic port, 4K uncropped, and the 120 frames per second for slow motion override any issues that I have with the autofocus. If you enjoyed this camera review and you like travel videos and travel vlogs, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you won't miss anything, and click on the video on your screen right now. Thanks so much for watching. Until our next adventure.